My name is Sarah Sponcil, and this is my testimony.
Okay, think you're ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Okay. My whole life I was in love with one thing. No, not Jesus, volleyball. I eat, breathed, and slept volleyball. I grew up Catholic my whole life, and even when I was at church, I was thinking about volleyball. My mom would ask me what I got out of the sermon, and I responded, well, I thought of the school volleyball play. The extent of my prayers at night were, I want to work hard and go far in volleyball. And well, that is exactly what happened. I won state titles, I won national championships, and was thrust into being a professional beach volleyball player right out of college in 2019. If God didn't answer my prayers enough, He really blessed me with one of the greatest accomplishments an athlete can dream of, a dream I've had since I was a little kid, an Olympic dream. My beach partner and I suited up and represented the United States in the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games. Looking back, God gave me everything I ever wanted in life. However, after the Olympic gates closed and the lights turned off, I was so unfulfilled and unsatisfied. Here I am on top of the world, and I still feel like I'm not enough. There was a moment on my flight back to LA from Tokyo, and these thoughts and feelings were rumbling through my head. I got up from my seat to go to the bathroom, and I was at my lowest point. I was so unsatisfied, and I felt in my soul that my identity was volleyball. That's how I identified myself my whole life, and at that moment, I looked in the mirror, and I talked to God and said, I want to find you, I want to get to know you, and I want to find my identity in you. This volleyball identity would never bring me peace, but I knew He would, and I surrendered that day and wanted to follow the Lord. So as the weeks went on, I reflected back on that moment, and I really feel that God was saying to me, Sarah, I'll give you everything you desire in this life, state titles, national championships, being deemed an Olympian at 24, and it will not satisfy you, only I can. And man, was that a message. Fast forward to the beginning of my journey with Jesus. I had no idea where to start, but I thought, why not start at the very beginning, the creation of the world? I began to wake up at 5:30 every morning to spend time in His Word before training. My prayers were far more intricate than work hard and go far in volleyball. They became more on the lines of, God, I want to serve you, I want to love you, and all the people you've created. And Lord, I want to wake up and do your will, not mine. As I prayed and got closer to Him, my day-to-day changed, my thought of volleyball changed, that this is what I do, it's not who I am. As I continued my routine, I started praying for a community I could surround myself with. All I really wanted was to meet good people, and my mind immediately went to church. That's where I can meet good people, right? While I was attending church online, I knew I needed to get out and try to find this community, and I vividly remembered I had trained with a girl named Heather Fusen 2 years prior. And she said she was attending Hope Chapel. After attending a different church in the area for a bit, I revisited that conversation with Heather, and I drove myself to Hope the very next Sunday. I didn't know anyone, and though I was super nervous, I walked up to the door, and who was greeting that day? No. Heather Friesen. It's a God thing. Long story short, God answered my prayers, and I met not just good people, but amazing, God-loving people at Hope that have shown me over and over again what it looks like to serve others and follow Jesus. God led me here to Hope, and it has changed the course of my life. I wake up knowing every day is an opportunity to walk more like Him, to bless those around me and be the light in this dark world. I have met and become friends with people I would never have thought to be friends with, like the janitors at the beach that I practice at, and the lovely aunties that I meet with every week at Bible study here on Tuesdays. God has really shown me that life isn't about fame, being rich, or being powerful. He shows me every day how to love the way He loved and how to serve, and I've gotten more joy out of that than any win or trophy He's ever given me on the court. God is so good, and it all makes sense now. I am not enough. I am sinful. And even though He's changed my heart in so many aspects of my life and will continue to do so, no matter how hard I try to walk like Him, He walked perfectly, and He saved me from my sins. I'm looking forward to being baptized today. I thank God for opening my eyes that day to what truly matters in life, knowing Him and making Him known. Thank you, Hope, for welcoming me with open arms. I know Pastor Zach tells us to come 7 times and you'll have a home, but for me, I left that first service knowing for certain I found Jesus, and I found an amazing body of believers who love him just as much as I do.